Hi everyone, my name is Amanda, but I go by Pootie. As you can see in this video, I plan to do a DIY with the bench that I bought. I also have the stapler that I got from Home Depot. You can get this at any local fabric store, Walmart or anything like that. Also, they also give you instruction on how and where to get the staples. Typically the store would have them. I do have the staples here. They come in a variety of size. I wasn't sure which size I actually needed, so I bought the one that has all the sizes in them. I ended up using the bigger ones, but then throughout the video I realized that the smaller ones were better. So this is me struggling trying to figure out how to open the staples. I just got frustrated and cut the whole thing and I just gave up. But typically, it has, like I said, a variety of sizes, so you know which one you use throughout your process once you're doing it, depending on the size of your material. I was trying to use the staple, close it, and everything, and when I tell you I was fighting with the stapler, I was fighting. Like, couldn't get the thing to open properly and close properly. And I went for the packages to look and see how to do it, and
here's the problem. Okay, it goes under the bottom. Let me show y'all. It goes under the bottom, at the top.
so this is the material that I ended up using, a cheap fabric that I got from JOANNE's fabric. It was only $19 for about a yard and a half. It was great. It was about the size of my car seat. I tried to get it to fit to see if it would actually work, but it worked properly. It was very thin and it ended up doing the job. I decided to do this outside because when I first went to buy the fabric, I realized that it sheds a lot and I didn't want to make the mistake of having it making a mess inside. So I began stapling. I realized that the bigger stapler was too big and it was poking out. Like when you rub underneath, you can feel the staple, and I wasn't sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing. I tried hammering it down to see if that would work, but that didn't actually work. So I decided to try the smaller staples or whatever. I'm Jamaican, you guys, so I struggle trying to say the proper word, okay? But anyways, I realized throughout the process of doing this, the bigger staples were not a good idea. They were sticking out and you can feel them. I wasn't sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but I ended up using the smaller ones. It worked and it got it done. But at the same time, I ended up putting more staples than I needed to in this. Guys, disregard the madness in the video. We were really trying something and the girl didn't know how to record very well, but I said we're just gonna make it work and see what happens. But I will say this was definitely a process. If you are gonna do this, my recommendation from my experience is that if you buy the staplers, make sure that the staples you buy are the size that you actually need. You don't have to buy the multi-pack ones that I had with the different size and so forth, because what I realized is that I never actually used all the staplers and so forth. Another thing that I noticed throughout this process when I was doing it is that you'd have to really fold the corners in and just try to use the bigger staplers because the smaller ones did not actually hold this material. But like I said, everything just depends on what material you're using, how thick it is, and how big your staplers are. For me, the smaller ones work better, but once I hit the corners, the bigger one was a lot suitable. But it did end up looking great. I had a hard time because the back part of the bench was kind of difficult, but I made it work and I figured it out. So this is the stapler that I use. I got it from Home Depot, and along with that I got the staples as well. This is the one I was mentioning that has the multi staples in it, but you do not need to buy this if you actually don't need it. But anyways, it worked. This is also the fabric from Joann's Furniture. This is the furniture. I got this at a local furniture store for about 30 bucks, which was a great deal, and I DIY.
Sent by the king, watch them wandering when me fly down far. We step on the beast and kick down with him like a slide down bar. We burning the system, we tell the youths if we fight come war. Uplifting me sister, tell us I see I love Sar. We don't want it. Babylon the system falling, but this is just the beginning. Beginning of the grand finale.
Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, add me on Instagram, and wait for more DIYs and future videos that I will be coming to you guys with shortly.